Good morning, friends. This is Linda, Handmade, Iowa. Before I go to work, what is today? It is Wednesday. I have to leave. I have to do this 50 stack challenge from Amy or I will get behind. It is hashtag 50 stack challenge 7. She is on prompts. I'm so unorganized I can't even find my cardigan. She is on 7 and 8. She drew 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7 is ledger paper. 8 is grungy, right up my alley. So I've spent 20 minutes trying to figure out what to do, and what I wanted to do won't work with what I was going to do. So I have this from a magazine. It's the Botanical Relation of Roots, and it's very cool. But it's going to have to go, I mean, if it's a journaling card, I guess it could go this way, but it needs to be in something tall. So I dug out one of my, this kind of a journal. Oh my God, I'm just blank today because I have 2 houses and I'm kind of like, I need to go. So what I need is, in other words, it's not going to work in something small like this, because I don't want to cut any of this. I don't want to lose any of it. So I need to adapt. Ledger style journal. Is that what this is called? I'm completely bonkers today. So this is the pocket. I'm not going to use it for this, but this is, I'm going to do one with Amy. She's got a new collab coming up, and then I'm going to do this style. I haven't done it for a while. So this is what I'm doing. I'm going to make a pocket, a card, a journaling card to go in a tall journal. Whew. So my grungy is going to be, well, it's going to be this. I don't know what this is. I don't know where I got it. Oh, there. I didn't realize. It's just interesting. At first, when I pulled it out, I thought, oh, I think this is from Piano Roll, but I don't think it is. Adjustable book. I can't even read. Adjustable book jacket cover. Say that real fast. So I think I'm going to glue this on there and tear it. And maybe not tear it. But I like this number 1. That's cute. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do that. So I'm going to leave it there. Wait, first I better trim this. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. So I have my Monday house today. She needed, I don't know what was going on, but she said, could I move Monday? Any other day is fine. I only had Wednesday. So I had a house on Wednesday, but I can adjust. They're both gone out of their house all day. So what time I go in and out is, they don't care. So I'm going to do the teacher right away. She's gone by 7:30, probably sooner. And then I'm going to go do my other house, which is the house where I used to stay with the little dog. If you ever have been around very long, I used to dog sit a lot. And I would stay even at her house for 10, 11 days at a time. I would come home during the day, I just had to be there at night. After like about 5 o'clock, I would be there to keep him on his normal routine when my friend would come home from work, and take him potty and feed him and cuddles and all those things. And then he was on a lot of heart medication and things. So I'm going to cut this with the cutter. So I clean her house also, but the little dog has RIP, gone to heaven. So, but I still clean her house. And it's pretty much a weekly house. Okay, so I want this to be the back of this. Is this making sense? Guys, just go through magazines. You wouldn't believe the stack I have over here. I sent Mitzi a couple. Well, kind of like Amy with her, well, no, not like that at all, but kind of. The magazines that Amy does for Somerset Studio and those. I had a stack of, I don't know, I think I bought 12 of them for 50 cents a piece, and I mailed Mitzi a couple. You're going to see them in one of her upcoming videos, if not today. I went to look for it this morning and I can't find it, so I think she forgot to make it public. She gave me a preview. I watched it last night. I was laughing. It's a really cute video. I sent her some Happy Mail, okay? And I don't send out little Happy Mails every so often. When I send big. For people that junk journal, you know, we exchange a lot of stuff, and it's probably been a year since I've sent anything to Mitzi. And Lord knows I have the hauls, right? I hit the mother load, and I need to share more often, but it takes a couple of days to get it all together. Well, it doesn't. You should just throw it in the, oh, I was going to tear this. I don't think I'm going to, because I want it to slide in and out easy. Anyway, she did her video yesterday of opening it up. She was so excited. And I said, it's been sitting here wrapped for, I have one for Amy too, and I need to take it. But she was so excited. She couldn't wait to get home with it. And oh my gosh, she had to take her husband back to work, and it was funny. And then she texted me, she goes, "You took a whole hour today." It was so funny. But she's just a hoot anyway. Isn't she just funny? She's so funny. She makes me laugh. If I need to laugh, I just go put on a Mitzi video and sit in my recliner, and I just adore her. Okay, so now we've got this. Now I need to grunge it a little bit. I lost my pen. I'm going to grunge it up. Oh, you know what? Nothing is where it should be because of when I did my haul. I don't know where my ink is. Oh my gosh, I've got to pause. I didn't even hit pause. Oh! All right. I did my antiquing haul the other day, and I literally had to clean off my desk. It was covered in stuff from those boxes. I have not been back to my desk. I have uploaded more stuff to my eBay. But I should have put a little tab on this. I hope this ink isn't too dark. I think this is a new one that I re-inked a while back and never opened yet. I have, I don't know, 3 or 4 vintage photos. And when I re-ink them all, and then I use from one, and then I grab another. That's kind of grungy. All right, let's see. What are we going to do with it? We have to do ledger paper and grungy. Oh, the roots go down. The roots go down. The roots go down. We could do a, oh, I got to do this side. You want to go outside, kitty cat? My stray cat that I've been feeding all summer. His eye looked terrible last night. My son was on the phone when I went outside and I took him some Fancy Feast. And my son from Sioux Falls, he goes, "You're going to have to take him to the vet, Mom." And I said, "I know, but how do I catch him? He's wild." And he says, "I thought you could pet him." And I said, "Only when I give him soft food. Sometimes he'll go between my legs or rub up against my legs. But when I reach for him, he slaps me." I scratched one time. Cat scratch fever. Doo-doo-doo. Okay. He said, "Well, you're just going to have to get a trap." I don't want to do that. That's violent to me. This is the top. So I think I'll put a tab on it. And I have these. These are from Hobby Lobby, actually. I know, it was like one of those rare finds. They must have got in like a couple of them. And I know it's black. Let's see what they're like. I think I've used them before. Oh, yes, I did, because they're sticky. I have another one open somewhere. Well, now I have 2. So if it goes in like this, we'll need it on the top. We've got to make sure the roots are right. It's Find the middle. I'm not really good at guessing. I don't like to guess on everything. So I hope everybody's having a good fall. I came home yesterday and I noticed, I didn't notice, it was very obvious, they were combining beans. And the house I did yesterday, she texted me and said, you forgot the stick to your vacuum. Ugh. I'm like, are you kidding me? So I had to run out there and they're taking corn out of the field. So it's dry enough. You have to, for city people, you take some and you run a test on it to see how dry it is. Otherwise, you got to pay to dry it in your grain bin. It's very expensive for propane or whatever. And there's a tab. This can go in a pocket. I didn't know. I don't remember this journal. This is beautiful. I need to sell my journals. I have so many. Okay, that would work. Not on the inside, however. If this was an outside pocket, it would work. So this would have to be for a future journal, obviously, or I could trim some off. It could be in here. But wouldn't it be cute coming out? So that has nothing to do with ledger paper. How do we make it ledger paper? We're not. This is just going to be my grungy. And it's not even grungy. What could we do to grunge it up? We could tear it. Should we tear it? I don't want to tear it. I'm not going to tear it, and it's not really grungy. You know I'm capable of grunge. Hope I'm not losing any of my roots. I absolutely loved this. I can still do another video that's really grungy. I love the black with the black. Okay. My ledger paper, I'm going to take this piece of, that. And I've got a line. I made it fit a page. This is one of those little Dollar General journals that I started. And I didn't really go back to it. I have a bunch of them started. I'm going to make a pocket. What? A pocket? And I'm going to cover it with ledger paper. So I have my line drawn. I'm just going to follow it with scissors. And I'm just going to glue it in and make a pocket inside of one of these, because I think that's a cute idea. Save that. See if it'll fit. I could actually just do the green because it matches this well and decorate it with something from ledger paper. Let's do that. That was not my intention. Boy, that was not grungy, Amy. Sorry about that. I failed you, girl. So what's everybody been doing? It's Wednesday. Anybody go to a pumpkin patch? I used to do that with my grandkids every year, and the ones that I went with, they're all older. Oh my gosh, it was so much fun. Ride the hay rack out in the field and let them pick pumpkins, and then, it was my thing I did with them. Often my daughter or daughter-in-law would go along, but it was just something that I wanted to take them, and we did. And we'd eat apple dumplings and all that. Watch the bees make honey. They got the honey hive things. But now my last round of grandkids, their grandparents are from Pennsylvania. And when they come out, they do all the fun things like that. And I let them, because this is their first grandkids, first and only. And they come a long ways. So every year they've done the pumpkin patch, which is so cool. I am so happy about that. Let's make a little, this can't be real thick. Let's make a little, I'll tell you, let's do grungy with ledger paper. Let's take a piece of that paper. Let's tear it. And let's make a little file folder thing. Something that'll just stick in. We'll put ledger paper on the back side. So they're very sweet people. They're from Harrisburg. My daughter-in-law, that's where she grew up, and she went to, it's an Ivy League school, but I don't know what it's called. Pennsylvania, one of the big universities. And she's a vet, and she, oh, you know how you declare your major, like maybe your equine science, which is horses or small animal or whatever. She is pork, hogs, pigs, swine. She's a swine specialist, which is so weird. When you think about it, you grew up in a city like Harrisburg. Why would you think about being a pig farmer? I think she worked at some farm. I don't know what the story is there. I guess I've forgotten because I'm getting old. But I love her to pieces. I'm just going to slap it on. She came out to Iowa State University for a 3-week, I don't know what, and they did a, what do you call it when you go for jobs? Job fair type thing. And Iowa State University, I guess I forget. It's been so long since I've heard this story. Anyway, the company my son worked for offered her a position, and she took it, and the rest is history. That's how they met. But her parents keep an apartment here in Iowa when they come out. They used to, well, my son, now he just built on this new addition, but that's because they were a bedroom short for their kids. And so the father-in-law of my son, her dad, he would sleep on, let's say, the futon in the front porch. They have an enclosed front porch that's like a library and a TV and everything. And then her mom would sleep on the couch in the living room. So it was not ideal. So they just ended up, instead of staying at motels, they found an apartment, and they just keep it year round. That way they have their own furniture, their own everything, They have toys there, and, they can stock the refrigerator and cook while they're here, or I think they eat out a lot, though. And they travel a lot. He just retired, her dad, and they're really sweet people. Oh, they're so sweet. Can you imagine? They have one daughter, my daughter-in-law, and one child. And I think I'll maybe make a try thing, actually. I hope it's not too fat for this. It might be too fat. Yeah. Yeah, we don't want it to be too fat, so we could go a little wider. To have your first grandchildren, it's so cool. Anyway, listen to me ramble on and on. Okay, I'm going to tear this too. I like to tear. Can you guess? This will be my grungy. Tomorrow's my Margaret. She's 87, and she had the antique store for, I think, 16 years. And her house is an antique store. I'm not kidding. It's amazing. She's the most beautiful glassware, and quite often sends me home with something, which I don't count on. I took her a Lefton pig one time because she collects pigs. She doesn't collect anything anymore. She's done. She's at the giving away point, she says. I've gotten a chenille bedspread from her. It's beautiful. A quart jar full of buttons. Do you know what buttons cost in an antique shop now? I used to have, I don't know, like a fishbowl full of them, and then I sold them. I used them in my crafting, and I bet she's got 50,000 buttons. Not kidding you. That's cute. Okay, what are we going to put on the inside? I have never had a ledger, and Mitzi said that she bought some from Corky, and I said, you bought a ledger from Corky? Corky Plum Creek Booksmith. She goes, well, she had papers on Etsy. And I'm like, oh, I'm such a failure for a friend. I didn't know that. I need to go look. I just have so much going on in my life. No more than anybody else. But when I sit down, I just don't think I'm going to go through Etsy. I just get involved in TV and scroll through everything. And I get caught up in the reels. Okay, so we've got a little ledger thing with this cute thing on the outside. What are we going to do in here? Sometimes I just like to write. Can we just write? Let's just pretend it's I don't even know what to say. Let's do an entry or two. Let's do eggs. These people sold eggs. they got 25 cents. And then they got, over here, they got 25 cents. And then they got 20 cents. And then we're going to do chickens, broilers. And they sold $1.50. That's probably a lot for a chicken. By the pound. $1. And then we're going to do, should we date this? 8. What's the date? Let's call it the 13th, 14th. We don't want to do 13. And we'll do 54. Because if we did the 30s, that would be a lot of money. Eggs, chickens, and then we'll do hay, bales. Let's do 10 bales. At, I don't know what a bale of hay would weigh or sell for. 12, 10. At 10 bales. Okay, what do you think they would get? A quarter a bale, which would be $2.50. My son buys hay. So, what did I say? A quarter, that'd be $3. Is that what I said? We gotta keep it consistent. 10, $2.50. Pie. Mom sold pies to, let's call her Darlene. Darlene and Henry. July 3rd, 54. Let's change this to July 14th. So we're gonna go sell a hog. Trying to think of when I was a kid, we sold hogs on Tuesdays, 40-pound feeder pigs. So we're gonna go hog sales, 40-pound feeder pigs. We used to load them in the back of the truck, and then I'd take a shower and go to school. Oh, every couple Tuesdays. Maybe it was once a month. In my mind, it was more than that, but I don't think it was. 40-pound feeder pigs. Well, let's call it the, well, I went to school in Lenox, Iowa. Lenox. Sale barn. I couldn't think of what they're called. And we'll do this for 7. Let's do it 54. 54. Let's do it July 1st. 10 pigs. You know, if I wanted to be specific, I could look up the weight. 10 pigs to market. No, we're just going to write that. 10 pigs. There I go. That's my ledger, and I'm sticking to it. I have some old tape, but I don't think I have any anymore. Is this it? I do have old tape. No, it's all gone. Is it all gone? Oh, where is it? Here's a piece. There's one little piece left. I'm gonna have to make it. I make it on this. These are from Dollar Tree. These baking sheets. Let's put it on this seam. Whoops. Now it's stuck to itself. Oh, what did I do yesterday? A big bunch of nothing. I only cleaned. And I came home and put some new bedding on and in the spare room. And what else? Today I have to vacuum when I get home, and my son's coming and Caleb. They haven't been here for over a month, and I can't wait. I miss them. I said, good, I have jobs for you. I have so many boxes in my garage from thrifting and stuff. They have to burn them, and I don't like to burn stuff. Fires freak me out. So, because you know why, Dolly? What if the fire gets away from me and it catches the grass on fire? I really don't live in fear. I like going 80 miles an hour down the highway on a Harley. So there you go. There's my ledger and my grunge. Let's take this apart. And I've made a pocket inside of one of these little Dollar General books. And I made a journaling card that's not even grungy, but at least it's done. And that is cute in there, isn't it? Sticking out. So I need to make, this is pretty. This is so pretty. So this is grungy. I made these the other day. Let's add this somewhere. Let's see. We could put it on the pocket. How about that? And then I need to go. So you have to catch Mitzi's thrift haul, her video of all the junk I sent her. Dolly, I have a journal ready to mail to you. It's already in the, watch your mail for a hot pink bubble envelope. There we go. Grunge. That's grunge. Ledger paper. I don't have any ledger paper. I'm going to have to go look on Corky's website, on Etsy, and take care of that business. I think we'll go back around and do it in the back. Come up. There we go. That's it for today, you guys. Thanks for joining me. Hope you have a good hump day. And I'm going to get this uploaded. Love you all. Bye-bye.